Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here again, coming back to address our current affairs and Nigerian issues. There are some things that you cannot just be quiet about. It's going to be morally incorrect to be quiet about it, and it's going to be, against my conscience to be quiet about these things. The fact that I'm a supporter of President Buhari doesn't mean that I have to close my eyes at the things that I see that are clearly wrong in his government and administration. Now, in the first 4 years of President Buhari's government, I didn't criticize him as much because you have to give people the benefit of a doubt. So I am a believer in giving people the benefit of a doubt. But today, I'm coming with this topic to President Buhari. President Buhari, what are your criteria? Now, those your ministers that you appointed or selected have been affirmed and confirmed by the National Assembly. Of course, your party, APC, controls the National Assembly, so it's easy for them to scale through. However, for a conscientious citizen like myself, I cannot live with my conscience if I will not ask some questions. And the questions that I want to ask is bordered on the fact that you, Mr. President, sold to us a reputation of a man of integrity. And because you are a champion against corruption, why appoint indicted fellows as your ministers? Because they have been confirmed now by the National Assembly. Now you could say, well, Pastor Sunday, we are giving them the benefit of a doubt. We are applying the principle of, presumption of innocence. We are presuming them to be innocent until they are guilty by the court of law. Yes, there is some argument in that point of view, but that argument is not strong enough because these people have already been indicted by an agency of your government. EFCC is supposed to be, prosecuting and carrying out war against corruption. And it's an organ of the government that is set up by your government. You put the chairman there, and you are supporting and you are using this as an organ to fight against any form of corruption. So if that same organization, let's look at it this way. On one hand, EFCC is going after these individuals and saying, and this is a part of your government. EFCC is part of the government that is responsible for cleaning the nation and cleaning the government of corrupt practices. That same organization that you support, or that you are using to fight corruption, that same organization that is selected by you is now saying this individual are corrupt and we are prosecuting them, we are taking them to court. Now, you might say, let the court decide if they are guilty or not. But on the other hand, you are now appointing those same people that your government organization is indicting. You are now appointing them to say they could even be running the affairs of not just that they are corrupt. The fact that they are corrupt, they should already stay away from just public position. But now to make them to run the affair of the whole nation. You want to tell me there are no individuals that were not indicted, or that were not accused, or that are not in court, or that are not being charged, that in the whole of Nigeria, of a country of 200 million, you mean there are no individuals apart from these ones that are already been, accused of corruption? Let's go to facts now, because some people will say, who are you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about real people, guys. You go to the internet, do your research. You will see that a lot of the individuals that the president is nominating as to be ministers are having cases against them of corruption. I mean, everybody knows of the Akpabio. Akpabio, is being charged and accused of, stealing 108 billion naira. 108 billion. Billion. You know how much that could do for the country? let him clear himself first. Maybe he's not guilty. I don't know. But let him clear him, give him the opportunity to clear himself. But now you're going to make him to be in charge of a ministry or to be in charge of the country as a government minister. What do you want us to think, Mr. President? This is why I personally think that I'm sorry to mention this, but because this is like a family affair, but I would rather side with your wife in this kind of question. This is why I think that your wife, Aisha Buhari, is also in conflict with some of this your decision. Because you are telling us right now that politics, party politics, is what you are more loyal to. That your loyalty is with party politics, not with integrity and not with morality. Okay, let's look at another individual that you have nominated. Do you want to tell me that this same EFCC didn't inform you that Uche Oga that is having a case against his company? And he's supposed to be a Christian because he's calling his company Master's Oil Company. Master's Oil, like Jesus is supposed to be the master, so Master's Oil. And this same man and his company were indicted already by the court, being charged with the fraud of up to almost $3 billion. 3 billion naira. Subsidy fraud, of course. You remember in 2011. So subsidy fraud of 3 billion. And you want to tell me that this same security agency that are suing them, taking them to court, couldn't inform you and give you security reports that these people, please, President, don't nominate them. But because of the culture of subservience in our country, those people will not just say, okay, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. They would rather keep quiet, right, instead of them to tell you the truth. That subservient, this culture is what makes government officials, like EFCC officials, to be more loyal to the president and be panicking and do whatever he wants, rather than to be loyal to the word of the law and to the truth. I mean, the situation with Timmy Press Silva, the former governor of Bayelsa, it was, his own situation was played out on the national television. And everywhere, everybody could remember the pictures in the newspapers when, he was being accused of 48 billion fraud in 2013. 48 billion. And now you are putting him to manage the affairs of the nation. President Buhari, what's gone wrong? Where are your principles? Where is that integrity that we know you for? Where are these all compromises coming from? What are your explanations? Maybe you have some explanation. Let's give you also the benefit of a doubt. Maybe you have some explanation that we don't know about. Okay, come out and explain to us. But if your explanation is only going to be, well, they have not been convinced yet. We know what the way the court system is in Nigeria. They've not been convicted yet. Well, that is not an argument, sir. Because what about the people? That means you are telling us that EFCC, the organ that is trying to prosecute them, that they don't know what they are doing. Then disband the EFCC. Disband the EFCC then. Either you don't trust the EFCC or let them do their job. I mean, what about George Akume? George Akume, he's been accused. He has a case in court of 2 billion naira case in court. Fraud case against him. Oh, see, he's not won by accident. But why should he even do this kind of thing by accident when you have security agencies that are supposed to screen people? What happened to this screening process? Security screening. Maybe they didn't do the screening for you or for them, or you disregarded the screening. What is the truth here? Can somebody come out and explain something to us? And I am not PDP, and I'm not APC too, but I believe in President Buhari, so I need explanation. And I think I'm not the only person who needs explanations. And then the whole of National Assembly went and sanctioned and agreed to this and, passed these people. What about Henry Nwajuba? Henry Nwajiuba, is the guy that was the owner of this microfinance bank that, that collapsed and all the money disappeared. And you know how many people have suffered as a result of that? Will Mr. President take responsibility if they are eventually convicted? If they are eventually, found guilty, will you now take responsibility for their actions? You say, well, they were found guilty later on, but they did it before you selected them. Are you really aware? Are you having a deep thought about the consequences of all this? Because once a thief will always remain a thief. Look, Mr. President, Nigeria will never move forward without people of Nigeria having faith in their governors and in their leaders, in their government. But your actions don't spell out faith. They spell out doubt and suspicion. There is no country that can progress without faith in their leadership. But your actions are not giving us basis and ground to have faith in the governance. And, faith is what brings about unity. Faith is what brings about momentum. Faith is what creates a vibration, a common energy to move the nation forward. But this, this unity like this and doubts like this, they just make all of us to lose strength and lose focus. I love my president, but I love my country more. So, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, something must change, guys. Something must change, sir. And fast, too, for the love of God, church, and nation. Peace. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now, we need to spread this word, and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number 2, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number 3, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number 4, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad. Just write what you feel. Number 5, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much.